Hey guys, it's your boy V back with more Multiplied content, and today we are taking a look at the top characters for Tier 4 advancement with the new discounted event, or I would say the Tier 4 upgrade support missions to help you get more Tier 4s, to help you get more Tier 4 at a discounted price, and which character you should be investing in because you can only do 5 of the Tier 4 with the discounted prices. After that, the normal price will be the same. So I suppose it's very important to choose which exactly character that you want. Now, the first one is actually gonna give you a 40% discount, the first tier 4. There's no requirement for that, and I think they're doing it for the people, for the players who do not have any tier 4s, who are new to the game, to help them get a tier 4 character as soon as possible so that they can start playing World Boss Legend and start farming tier 4 materials, also helping them to do GBR clears, I suppose, and that's where the main bread and butter is. Apart from the first one, which actually gives you the 40% discount, the next four of them actually are gonna give you only 25% discount on each tier 4, but it's still good. You will be discounted on Carbonadium, Souls of Fall Time, Life Seed, and CCF on this one. By the way, one more thing, this right here, the 40% discount, like they have said, the 25% discount, tier 4 upgrade support material discount is basically also for the books which you get from GBR. Although I don't think the books from GBR are gonna make a big difference because they are very easy to get. You can basically get a guaranteed book, at least one, every single day from GBR very easily. So I don't think that's gonna make any big difference. Apart from that, the Carbonadium and everything are gonna help you out to save materials. So the first one, which actually is the 40% discount, I think is the most important one. The reason being, you can do any of the other tier 4 with the exact 25% discount, but the first one, 40%, should be the one which is, I would say, a meta in either the PvP game mode or a PvE game mode. Yes, you can also do characters which you like. If you love Sharon Rogers, you can do her. If you like Venom, you can do her, do him. Or if you're a fan of Gamora, or I would say, I don't know, Black Bolt, still, you can do him. But some of the characters have been outdated. It's only for native tier 1 characters. You cannot choose native tier 2s. There was one thing that they said in the patch notes, that if you have all the native tier 1 characters to tier 4, then you can use the growth support mission, all of these things, in the next characters coming with the next updates and so on. Now, it can mean two things. First thing, if you have all the native tier 1s, then you can also choose the native tier 2s later down the line, or it is only gonna include tier 1 characters coming with future updates. And for someone like me who do not have majority of the tier 1s to tier 4, if the future tier 4s are any of the tier 1 characters, I will not be able to use the discount on that character. If that is the case, I guess you can only use this discount for the existing tier 4s till now, till the February update. We just got Beta Rebel and Gladiator. They are both basically native tier 2 characters. I have 15 of them total, and you cannot basically choose the native tier 2 characters. Sadly, the PvP players are gonna have a slightly hard time, I would say, with the choices, because most of the PvP meta is controlled by the native tier 2 characters. Obviously, Adam Warlock, we have Wolverine, we have basically Jean Grey, and everyone else. Basically, the meta kind of revolves around them. Also, now Madeline Pryor also got the tier 4, so you can again native tier 2 character once again. And now Gladiator, being the ABX meta, again native tier 2. So sadly, we cannot use a discount on these characters, but for sure you can make some really good changes, really good suggestions, or I would say decisions, not suggestions, to help your account perform better in certain game modes, and depending on the situation or depending on the player, the kind of player that you are. If you're into PvP, I would say definitely some of the characters I would like to recommend to you would be definitely, I think, the number one choice, Ghost Rider. Now, only if you have this uniform. So if you don't have this uniform, he's a total skip. But if you have this, some people might be thinking, okay, there are Carnage, there is Spidey, there is Spyro-Gwen. There are so many better PvP characters in the game. Why do you want to go with a PvE character talking about in the PvP category? Because he basically has the same Wolverine sort of artifact, immortality, and he can one shot most of the characters with this fourth skill. Yes, he might not be insanely useful for timeline battle, but he's incredibly utilization, man. He can utilize every single game mode in the game right now. He can be demolishing GBR for you. He's definitely OP. He can like two shot, three shot if you have maximum peers. He is insane for World Boss Legend. Absolutely a beast. He is ABX meta. Definitely. He is ABX striker meta for every single character every single day except maybe one or two. And he can one shot characters in PvP, multiple characters sometime in Otherworld battle on the 3 versus 3 scenario, even in Alliance Conquest. So he definitely is a force to reckon, definitely. And I would highly suggest, if you have this uniform, to Ghost Rider tier 4 with the first one 40% discount. Even as a new player, he is a gem. Now if you don't have the uniform, again, that the whole conversation is just goes to dust. But if you have this one, this uniform is a must have. It was a seasonal uniform, sadly, and the discount is gone. The next time this uniform will come on discount will be next year. So yeah, if you don't have it, skip him. But if you have this uniform, absolutely the perfect choice for every single player, even new players. He's a god. He's definitely a godly. Even for veteran players right now, he's insane. He's incredibly insane. Crazy utilization, useful everywhere in the game. Totally a must have, I would say. Go for it. Now, if you move on to some others, PvP characters, as you will see, most of the characters that I have are obviously PvE because I'm a PvE player. But if you go check the PvP list, Hulk, yes, you can choose right now if you're really a Hulk fan. But honestly, Hulk is kind of outdated, I would say. And tier 3 to tier 4 Hulk might not make a bigger difference when you compare him to someone like Adam Warlock, someone like, I would say, the PvP meta, in there. But although the top three choices, I would say, apart from Ghost Rider, will be Carnage, Spidey, and Spider Gwen slash Gwenom. The reason: Carnage has the immortality artifact. Artifact is a must have for Carnage. Same goes for sort of Spidey, maybe. I guess you can dodge a lot with the artifact if you have, but even if you don't have the artifact, Spidey does perform very well even without it. So I suppose you can do that. And we actually got the Spidey artifact from a vault back in the days, so not back in the days, not like years, but yeah, so he can be useful. Spider-Gwen, on the other hand, is, I would say, I have mixed thoughts about Spider-Gwen. She's good, she's very good. I've had a really hard time sometimes killing some really good built Spider-Gwens in Otherworld battle. She can also do ABX for you if you really want to, but if you're looking for an overall character and cannot do Luna Snow, then I guess you can go for Spider-Gwen. She will be the top choice for you, just like Ghost Rider. But in my opinion, if you really want to go, either go for Carnage, which absolutely I do feel that he's better than Spider-Man. And also, if you'll obviously need the Spider-Man's uniform. If you don't have the Carnage artifact, then I would say you can go for Spidey or Spider-Gwen. One of the spiders you can choose. Do not go for any of the other PvP characters. Hela is good with the new uniform. Like, actually, Hela is better with the old uniform PvP. She can be really good with the new uniform with World Boss Legend, but doesn't have that much of a uses compared to all of these characters. Carnage can also do some really high World Boss Legend for you. He's very good at it, so that's also plus point for him. Spider-Gwen, on the other hand, is only okay, I would say. In ABX, she's not that good. ABL, you can perform good on, honestly, compared to someone like Luna Snow or Gamora. She is not even close. So I'm not exactly sure if to really suggest her, but for PvP you can absolutely go for him. But although Carnage, I find a much better overall value if you have the artifact for PvE and PvP purposes both. Spidey is good, but I guess you can just choose from those four characters. So Ghost Rider, top one, I would say. The second one, if you have the artifact, then Carnage. If you don't have the artifact, then Spider-Gwen. I would say the second one. And then third and fourth, you can just choose between Spidey and the other ones. Hulk, again, you can be a Hulk fan. He's really good. I still hope that, and whenever he gets the World War Hulk uniform, maybe he might come back stronger. But for now, I would just suggest these four characters that are tier 1 characters, and I would say do not even try to get any others for PvP. Someone like Hulk or Hela, they're just not really worth it. Now, the majority of the tier 1s which can go to tier 4 are actually PvE type characters and who have more utility there. So, if you look at my account, I actually have 15 tier 4s. Obviously, I have multiple natives. I basically have Adam, and obviously Adam and Wolverine I did on the same day. I was broke, but I'm very happy that I did. But now ABX perspective is very important. Now, some players, yes, do not like alliance, do not like pushing alliance battle scores, but they give you free tokens so you can try to complete this team up collection. Obviously, the new one is not available in the chest yet, but I think from next update onwards, we will be able to get the GOTG tokens as well from those alliance battle missions, and they will help you over time. Absolutely, getting all these buffs. I'm still trying to level 10, level 11, whatever. Also, Alliance Battle Legend 12 million chest actually gives you a tier 4 material chest, which, if you consider that, actually is very, very important. It can help you. It will not be noticeable, because it's only going to be 50 of the materials per day, but over time it will add up. It will help you a lot. So I think everybody should pay more attention to alliance battle scores. As long as you can hit 15 million plus an alliance battle extreme ABX, I don't think you have to do anything else unless you are playing on a competitive alliance. That's for sure. But try to hit the 12 million cap with characters in Alliance Battle Legend, because that's, I think, the more important part is. For that, I would definitely go for, again, this or Luna Snow. Two of the characters which I would definitely suggest as top choices for the PvE department. Luna, only if you have this uniform. Okay, sadly, the old uniform is the highest scoring character in the game. It's a freaking 3.5 years old uniform. It's still meta. It's crazy with Luna tier 4. But if you do not have the paywall Summer Lilac uniform, I think you should skip Luna. But if you have her, she can, I think, do like 9 or 10 total days in ABX and ABL combined, which is the most by any character in the whole game at the moment, and even I guess in the future. So she covers everything. Specifically, I would definitely say if you have a Brilliant Rage, she should be the one to get it. She is the top choice. She is the best for ABX, and she will be able to get you all of the rewards that you can get. But your Mighty Rage might be slightly hard for you to score 12 million if you don't have good cards. But even if you have average card, I would say if you have good cards, even a Mighty Rage will be able to get you 15 million very, very easily in ABX. Actually, more than 15, around maybe 17 if you have good cards. And 12 million, you just have to learn her playstyle. You can use this uniform also in ABX if you want to, on like Silent Season, but Paralyze and Burn, the Lifestyle series actually is better than the other one. So absolutely Luna Snow, a beast of a character. Apart from Luna Snow, again the top meta, Ghost Rider definitely continues to play his vital role. Amazing everywhere. He is meta for the Universal Hero Day for now, until he gets replaced. Also, he is meta with the striker for every single character in the game for Alliance Battle every single day. So that's humongous value, and you can basically use a PvE CTP on this guy to utilize the artifact for PvP. So he can one-shot characters. I still use him when he's not debuffed in Otherworld Battle to wipe out basically most of the characters, one-shot them. Also, being meta, he can help you out with that. If you have a Mighty Judgment, you can still go for that. If you have a Mighty Rage, that is going to be bit better than Mighty Judgment. So if you have a Judgment, you can give him. If you have a Rage, you can give him, and he's gonna perform no matter the CTP. It's definitely one of the best utilization, as I said previously as well. So Ghost Rider is also in the list. Apart from these two, I think I would go for the character we having the multiple days, or I would say the most stage, and among them, Magneto and Dr. Octopus are the top choices. Now, there is one thing though that might come in the way of them being one of the best, is that they are old. Magneto just completed its 1 year anniversary sort of thing. He's 1 year old now. We had this uniform on discount in the winter sales, I guess, like 1-2 months ago, I suppose. But because he has been 1 year old, there is a possibility then another blast villain meta might come to replace him. He does Blast Villain ABX for you, that is weekly reset, so 2 days worth of ABX. Blast Male ABX, so that's 3 days. And Blast Villain Alliance Battle Legend, which is 4 days worth of Alliance Battle scores. Humongous value. And if you have a Brilliant apart from Luna, I think he's one of the best characters to give him because he covers more, so he'll give you more score increase. Also, his jump is just like Loki. So if you have a Mighty, if you jump to a Brilliant, if you have that, his scores become extremely insane, specifically in ABL, just like Loki. Dr. Octopus serves the about the same purpose. Combat Villain ABX, double days on weekly reset, so that's 2 days, and 2 days worth of ABL, which is the Combat Human Day, as well as the Combat Villain Day. So he also does the 4 days more. Although I would say Dr. Octopus is slightly better in terms of score increase. Maybe not. I think I would say material getting is actually much easier with Dr. Octopus. Unlike Magneto, which struggles with a mighty rage to complete 12 million marker even on really good accounts, Dr. Octopus with a mighty rage, if you know how to play him, actually can get you 12 million score very easily. It's a slightly hard for me because my cards are not that good. I only have a total of 88% physical attack on the cards, including the all attack and everything, and the physical attack proc, and I don't have the swords very good for me. Obviously, the I only have like 8 Odin's blessings. He can still hit close to 11.8, 11.9 very consistently. On a good run, absolutely 12 plus is possible. If you have a better Odin's blessings, if you have a better artifact, if you have a better rage, or I would say if you have a better cards, it can be a very easy play with this guy. You just basically have to learn him. Playstyle might be slightly harder compared to Magneto for some players because Magneto is just spam and you have to actually use a proper rotation for this guy, but he absolutely is worth it. Again, the same thing happens with him and Magneto. He's also old. I think he's older than Magneto, I suppose, or not. I forgot. He's also 1 to 1.5 years older meta, so Apocalypse of someone might come. Although there's one big catch about that, even if Apocalypse comes and replaces him, he's still going to be the Human Combat Alliance Battle Legend meta for that day. So he will still remain in the meta until the time someone like Mr. Fantastic, maybe Moon Knight's new uniform, or some other combat human comes and replaces him. So he still gives you insane value, crazy good performance in the ABX. So absolutely worth spending on these characters. Apart from all these, the 4 characters that I showed you, Ghost Rider, Luna Snow, Magneto, and Dr. Octopus, then it's all about the choices. Like Hope Summers, definitely Transcendent can help you out much, but I don't think there are any big choices, I would say worst choices compared to now, because all the other characters, none of them cover, I believe, more than 3 days, more than 2 days of Alliance Battle in the meta. I was using Thor, but Thor is only for Alliance Battle Alien Day now. Loki is a really good choice, but only if you have a Brilliant. But if you have a Brilliant on Loki, he's gonna be an insanely powerful, strong character. Okay, I just used 3 words. Okay, he can still help you. He can do Alien Villain Day as well as the Universal Mail Day for you if you're struggling, and can give you and get you the 12 million chest. He's, I would say, okay in World Boss Legend. He's not that good because his main damage comes from the mob or hitting multiple targets, but he's still a very good character, giving you 2 days of that. Also, if you do not have Jean Grey, then you can use him. Jean Grey obviously being the native character, so if you do not have Jean Grey tier 4, Loki is a very good choice because he then covers 3 days, including the Universal Villain ABX for you. Black Bolt is obviously I will not choose because he covers like 2 days and Loki is just better. It's just that if you have a Mighty, Black Bolt is much easier. If you have a Brilliant, obviously Loki becomes the best choice. So as I said, like all the other metas, even Moon Knight only has 1 day now, Rogue only has like 1 day now, Mystique only has 1 day ABX. So most of the characters now, remaining ones, are basically 1 day meta in this whole list. Captain Marvel might be the choice if you do not have the Ghost Rider uniform. Then she becomes a really good choice for, I think, ABX only. Still 2 days, Universal Female Hero as well as Universal Hero. So she can do that for you if you really want to. And all the other characters, as I said, do not choose Gamora. You can choose Gamora, but I'm not exactly sure if it's gonna be insane. It's only gonna be again 3 days of ABX and World Boss Legend value. She's insane in World Boss Legend. That's a plus. But 3 days of ABX, the Speed Hero female, as well as the, I suppose, the Speed female Alliance Battle Legend. The other one is human, which is Gamora is basically alien, so she cannot be used there. So again, as I said, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days, or 2 days are the top choices. You cannot go wrong with any of these characters. Captain Marvel is still very strong. Although if you really want to wait for Wanda tier 4, you can wait. There's still possibility, but we never know. That's how it is. But if you don't have Luna Snow, you can go for her. She's only gonna cover 3 days. If you don't have Jean Grey, as I said, you can go Loki. He's only gonna cover 3 days. All of these characters are, I would say, on the same page. There is no different. The only difference, I would say, is that Gamora might be able to give you more of a World Boss Legend value than any of these characters. Captain Marvel is still good in World Boss Legend. Gamora is OP in that game mode. So I don't think there is any big choices or worst choices that you can make in the PvE department. To skip, just to finish the video, which character you should actually be skipping in this update, I would say Iron Man should be a big skip. He was the first ever tier 4. He served his purpose. He was insane, but not anymore. Apart from Iron Man, I think the skippable tier 4 could also be Black Widow. I would say she's still useful, but Ghost Rider covers basically every single character. So you don't really need Black Widow because he just gives you more value overall. So I would say Iron Man. I guess Moon Knight also now is useless because of Gladiator. But again, he's a native tier 2. We are just talking about native tier 1. So with Gladiator, Moon Knight becomes useful now, useless now. Iron Man is useless now. Black Widow is kind of useless now. And Blue Dragon, just don't go for that, useless. Black Panther, useless, totally Shaft Panther, man. They did him really dirty. Black Bolt, you can still do him. He's really good in World Boss Legend and ABX, but that's about it. ABL also, you can do him if you want to, but I would say don't go Black Bolt's way because he's good, but he's old, so I will not do that. Professor X is a total waste. Sharon Rogers, unless you're World Boss Legend only, I feel like it's a waste. Miles Morales, again, World Boss Legend and GBR, that's the whole thing. I would say total skip. Hela, I would say, should be a total skip unless you have all the other tier 4s. Captain America tier 4 is a total skip. Don't think he has like PvP usefulness. Yes, he can be, but others are just better uses and overall value. Venom, totally useless unless you want to finish the collection bonus for Sinister 6. I suppose you can go there, but I would say totally useless. Ant-Man useless, Shadow Shell useless, and Cyclops is a total shit of dumpster. So all these characters are just bad. So it just revolves around some of the characters. So the top choices definitely are Ghost Rider, Luna Snow, Doctor Octopus, Magneto. That's for ABX. You can go other characters, Loki and others. All have about the same day, so you cannot go wrong with any of them, depending on which characters you have. PvP, I just told you, Ghost Rider, or you can just go with Carnage, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man. That's about it. Do not get confused. Choose your first tier 4 discounted very carefully and save materials. Have fun in the game, obviously. Do not feel like it's a burden or something like that. You'll still have 25% more discount later down the line. Choose wisely because it's only 5 characters, but it can help you massively in your game's improvement. Do let me know what do you think about this video. I hope the insight that I have on my opinion on the characters have helped you understand which characters should be worthy of the discount and which are not. Do give this your video a like if you did enjoy this. Also, subscribe the channel if you already have not. And as always, if you do enjoy the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one.